everyone, it's Brian with American Legacy Fishing Company here. We're out on the water today. We've got nice overcast conditions, a little bit of a breeze, and this is the perfect day to throw my favorite style bait, the Paycheck Repo Man. It's a topwater, walk the dog bait, and it's just got an awesome action. It's got a nice, real loud rattle to it. Premium quality feathered treble hook on the very back of it. And topwater fishing, as I'm sure you guys know, is about the most exhilarating fishing you can have. I mean, you just never know when a giant's going to come up and roll on your bait, and you get some of the most explosive action you're ever going to find in the bass fishing world. So this Repo Man, you twitch it on a slack line and this thing will walk like crazy. I mean, it cuts back on itself real nice, walks in a nice X pattern. That loud rattle really triggers some big bites, and that's one of my favorite things about it, is that real kind of glassy sound to that rattle chamber. As far as what I throw this Repo Man on, or any walk the dog style bait, I really like the Dobyns Champion 682C. You know, I've experimented with a bunch of different topwater rods, and there's a lot of rods that I like, but this 682 seems to be one of my absolute favorites. It just does exactly what I need it to do. It's not too long, not too short, kind of that perfect length and perfect action. So that's the rod I like. As far as a reel, I'm using a Shimano Core 50 MG7. I like having a fast gear ratio. When you get one that blows up on it and then comes straight at you, you want to be able to pick up some line. And of course, you're twitching the bait with your rod, not your reel. So the gear ratio shouldn't affect your retrieve speed. Just the action with the rod tip. So I use a 7-to-1 for that reason. Line wise, you can use braid. I tend to prefer mono. I still like the monofilament over the braid. When it's very windy, you will need to switch to braid. That makes a big difference. But on a day like today where there's not much but just a ripple on the water, monofilament's the way to go. This is 16-pound Sunline Supernatural. I like a heavier line. You don't want to be throwing this on 10, 12 pound. It doesn't do you any good, first of all, and second of all, the heavier line floats better, so you're going to get a better action out of your bait. It's not going to want to loop down on you. So it's absolutely critical that you use a monofilament or a braid. Don't use fluorocarbon. It'll sink, and then that's just going to make it much more difficult to walk the bait. So anyway, this is one of my favorite ways to fish. This is the setup I use. The Paycheck Baits Repo Man. Guys, check them out. Available at www.americanlegacyfishing.com. Thank you guys for watching.